Thank you for joining back again. Um, Live stream got slightly interrupted because my microphone died and I needed to charge it a little bit. Thank you for joining, everyone. So let's continue removing those boards, and we're gonna put some screws. Remove some screws here in order to get stuff loose. Yeah, these screws, they are pretty rusted, so it might not be a great idea, but we will try, because it's gonna be pretty hard to break all of them. Yeah, but it just doesn't want to unscrew, which I expected to be the case. So we're just gonna continue on our previous plan, and we will continue breaking them apart, guys. So yeah, and I thought that I might be able to reuse it, but I won't be able to reuse none of these boards, since I would have to cut them in the middle. I'm hoping that you're having a good day. If you have any questions, just drop them in the chat. Yeah, I'll just strip the drill bit. Yeah, it's one of the disadvantages when you use screws. You won't be able to reuse them. Unscrew them. Yeah, this one is just rusted out. Okay. Yeah, these screw heads, they're just extremely rusted. Whew. Thank you for joining, everyone. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Press that subscribe button on the top and double tap the screen to give it a like. Hi, gaming with Hutter. Thank you for joining. So we are fixing this shed, and this. It used to be a floor. Hey, what's up? What's up? So this was a floor previously of a deck, and then they built the walls, and it became a shed. But because there was no gutter, the water was pouring down. Thank you, I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you very much for subscribing and for the likes. So our plan is to remove these boards all the way so we can have nice solid boards, and because they are rotten and all this stuff, the customer wasn't able to use it for a long time because, as you can see, it's so rusted. So I removed most of the screws that I was able to remove, and now we're gonna try to pry that board and pull each board out. Thank you for joining, everyone. Please subscribe to the channel, press that subscribe button on the top and double tap to give it a like. So let's start removing these boards one by one, so then we can replace them with new, and after that is done we can work on the door, because door also was in really tough shape, I would say. So this one, it was extremely cold yesterday. Luckily it's not that cold today. I really like that pry bar. I got it from Lowe's, and it has multiple notches for the nails. Okay. So these boards, I mean, they're not in a terrible shape, but they are not in a good shape as well. So you see how it got rotten pretty bad. Thank you for joining, everyone. Please subscribe to the channel, press that subscribe button on the top, and give this live stream a like by double tapping the screen. So we're gonna fix this deck, I mean the floor. So let's see what we have here. Ta-da! And usually screws, they tend to break, like nails they bend and screws they break. So whatever screw is still left on the floor, it can easily be just snapped because they don't flex. I remember when I was a teenager and I had I was just doing some help for electrician, and they had a scaffolding that was all framed with it was wooden, and it was framed with screws. And I remember my job at that point was to help him and hold light fixture, whatever he needed, so I can pass it to him. And it was really high, and something went wrong, and at some point one of the screws snapped, then another one, and that electrician fell down, and it was really tall. It was like 2-story probably home, and he fell down, and I caught him. At that moment I was strong enough and I caught him, and he was like dude, never use screws to build stuff like scaffolding because they tend to break and they won't bend. Screws will bend. So after that, I kept it in my memory forever. Thank you for joining, everyone. Please subscribe to the channel, press the button on the top, and double tap a screen to give it a like. Also, let me know where you are watching from, which state, if it's United States, if it's not, which country it is. And also, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Okay. Here's what I will do. I'll just cut it in half here. And then that stuff should break loose. Okay. And like I said, if you have any screws like that, you can just snap them. Just like that. And whatever is sticking out can be hammered down. So we have this guy. Okay, and they put quite a few screws in here. So let's see, maybe I can. Yeah, if I can unscrew at least these two, maybe this one. Yeah, it actually worked. Perfect. Whew. Thank you for joining, guys. Please like and subscribe to the channel. So let's continue removing these crappy boards. Okay, I see a few more screws. Nope. Okay. Okay. This one came off as well. They should invent some kind of feature so you can press the button and it will kind of hammer it down slightly so you can break the rust or dirt on the screw by compressing it, and then you can break it break it loose. But there's nothing like that. Tons of screws. Okay, now I can see this screw, and maybe I can even unscrew it. Yeah, this one was one of these screws that you have like failed from the factory when it's all filled inside, and it has just barely enough for your drill bit to grab it. So that's why they didn't wanna. Oh, dude. Yeah, this stuff got bent, so I'll just break it. Okay, let's see. So this one should also flex. Let me see. Just to wiggle it back and forth. Okay. Whew. Thank you for joining, guys. Please press that subscribe button on the top and give this live stream a like by double tapping the screen. Thank you for joining, everyone. Let me know where you're watching from, which state, which country. So, okay, I'm gonna snap this screw as well. And now we can take care of this piece because it's probably just gonna go down just like that because it's all rotten. There's no how it's called, downspout in gutter, so all that water was just pouring down. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Okay, that is perfect. Now let's try and remove this one. So this one is not that bad. So my plan is to cut all of them flush with that corner all the way there. I will pop this 1x4, the bottom 1x4. So then I can pretty much make it flush so the water will run down and it's not gonna seep into the joint between the wall and the floor. So they had a bunch of stuff in here. Bunch of different stuff. gonna try to remove these screws. I can't even feel that screw head. I'll probably change my impact. This one is brushed. The one that I had. Another one is brushless, so it will use less of a battery and it's quite faster. So you see it's DeWalt. I mean, look at the battery, how it looks. It's all just getting worn. Because when it's falling on the floor, these bolts, they tend to break the plastic and they will never hold anymore, and then you have to get a new battery unless you want to glue it somehow. So I just put the tape, but it shouldn't be the one of the leading brands that makes battery like that. They should have some rubber to protect it, or at least they can bring it more to the inside and put more of a plastic so you don't have to lose your battery every time. Okay, here it is. Here's my other guy, also DeWalt, but brushed. Oh, brushless, I mean. You're back. Hi, good to see you again. Good to see you. Thank you everyone for joining. So, yeah, this guy looks just the same, but it's brushless, you see, and it will use less juice from the battery, and also it's faster. It has like a settings for speed, and it has even like you can connect it to the Bluetooth through the app, and you can see how much of a charge you have on the battery and stuff like that, which I used just once, and I never used that feature. So um, let's see what we got. Okay, I'm gonna cut that piece as well. I have a joist there, so I don't want to ruin that and cut it through. So might need to wiggle it a little. Just like that. For joining, let me chat if you have any questions. Yeah. I will say at the phone. Okay, let's try now to remove this one. Rough and tough. Not much you can do. Sometimes you have to be just rough. Okay, my microphone is still on. It means you can hear me. nice and well. Okay, I might be able to unscrew this one. Yeah, should be able. Mm-hmm. Just like that. I see one more screw. Okay, it's gonna break the drill bit. Yeah, it's gonna strip it completely. Whew, guys, a high all blue. You need a longer pry bar. I agree, man. I just I just switched the cars because my truck got a timing chain problem and I'm in the middle of changing it. So I have my tools here and there, and sometimes I just don't have some stuff, and it's always special to do certain job that sometimes you don't have, especially if you switch the vehicle. So this is exactly what happened. Guys, press like to this channel by double tapping your screen and that button on the top. Subscribe, press it also to subscribe. Thank you for joining. Consider subscribing. All blue. It's good to see people who know stuff in my in my live streams, and it's always a pleasure to connect with other people from trade, and sometimes I gain some interesting insights from people. So consider subscribing. Okay, I need to get my broom just to see, because I have some screw heads that I don't see. I need to remove this board, and I can put new board right away. And I was pretty close doing that. I want to tell you a story about this hammer. One day I was building some cabinets, and I needed to demo a wall so it can have like a cabinets on the both sides, like a wall pretty much, so you can use them for both sides. And I found this hammer in the wall while I was doing demo. So somebody a long time ago, someone just dropped that hammer in the wall. It is some old school kind of hammer. They have tons of stuff in here. Yeah, when you have better leverage, it's always better. Yeah, that stuff just breaks if you wiggle it. So, whew. I'm gonna just hammer it in. And there is one screw that I can break here or pull it out, or break. Actually, it broke down. Okay, and I already have few boards that I cut to fit, so I can put them in. Maybe I'm not gonna fall down. Guys, press that subscribe button on the top and double tap to give it a like. Thank you for joining, everyone. So let's drop few boards. It has a screw in the bottom plate of a framing. Actually, two screws. Oh, I have some candy that I had in my pocket. Good time. You never know. Yeah, it is extremely rusted. I can't even call it screw anymore. It's something that pretends to be a screw. Something that used to be another candy, guys. I had another candy in my pocket. I need to keep doing it. I like the fact that I have some candy dropping from my pockets. Okay, so here we are. We have some studs that are slightly lower, and these boards, they are still wet. I'm gonna cut it slightly. Okay. Perfect. And then I'll be able to bring the board down. I'll remove that stuff here. And for now, I'll just stack them and I'll eat that candy. Guys, like and subscribe to the channel. Tap that button on the top to give it a like. To subscribe. Okay, I'm gonna drop one more board in place. Thank you for joining, everyone. I want to put them just so I can step on them. Let's see which side is better. This side is better. And believe it or not, I had to cut them at the Love's parking lot because they won't fit in the car, and they were 12 footers that I cut. So thank you for joining, everyone. Please subscribe to the channel, guys. Press that subscribe button in the very top and double tap to give it a like. And let's drop a few more boards so it will look nice. I'll probably I won't be messing with the wood grain here. Usually I would I would choose how it's gonna go, but now I'm just gonna choose the better size. Since it's a shed, it's not much you expect from the shed. It needs to be durable, strong, and safe pretty much for you to use it. So let's drop one more board, guys. Just like that. Just like that. And okay. And another one. Yeah, it took me quite a while to actually get some nice decent boards from Lowe's. They have so many chunks, so much stuff, but anyways, it's much better than the stuff from Home Depot. So warped, and it's just looking like a junk in there. I don't know why they won't change it and have nice quality of their lumber there. So supposedly this stuff should shrink and give us exact gapping we need in future. Yeah, got freezing over the night because I set them outside for the whole night. So that stuff, yeah, it won't move. So I'm gonna break that screw. Ta-da! Just like that. I just need not to step on that stuff because it's gonna fall if I'll forget. Thank you for joining, everyone. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Whew. I'm gonna set a few more boards that I have. Yeah, I got pretty bad one, pretty bad looking board here. But it is wood. It's natural, so it's not much you can really do. You would always have something. So I'm gonna probably cut the opposite side. Just like that. Whew. Thank you for joining, guys. Please like and subscribe to the channel. So it was a 12-footer, and I cut one piece 5 foot, and I had another piece that was about 6 foot wide. That's why I'm cutting those chunks now. Yeah, and you see it actually fits pretty nice. Pretty nice. So I'm gonna put it somewhere in the corner probably because it's less beautiful than the rest. Okay, let me see. So wanna see, maybe I can lose this stuff. Yep, I was right. Perfect. Yeah, and that stuff here, it just won't come off. So I just broke those screw heads. Ta-da! What we have here. I actually wanted to put my eyes protection. I'm hoping that I have those glasses somewhere here. I might actually have them in my car. No, they're here. I'm lucky. Wow. Chill, buddy. It's okay. There's a bunch of dogs in this neighborhood. People like dogs. Guys, please press that subscribe button on the top. Just press it, not to skip my future live streams and videos, and double tap the screen to give this live stream a like. Thank you everyone for joining. If you have any questions, just drop them in the chat. Feel free. So I put my safety gear because I was thinking about it while I do something like that, when you can have a piece of metal just jump into your eye and none of this works. It works your vision or anyone else's vision, so it's much better to do that. So let's now remove this piece. Should be easier while we have that stuff. Thank you for joining everyone. Please like and subscribe. I'm gonna change the angle a little bit, guys, so you can see it. So you can see what I'm working on in here. Thank you for subscribing and for giving this live stream a like. Okay. So it seems like I'm gonna cut this board as well in half. Now let's try to pry it. Okay. Okay. And just wiggle it back and forth, and it's gonna break. Or just okay. Yeah, it just broke down. Screws. Perfect. Now we have that guy. And again, more screws. Okay. It's not gonna bother me much. Let's snap that guy. I don't know, I was actually going to remove that stuff, but now with all these rusty screws, I'm not quite sure that I'll be able to remove this piece from here. I could use a sawzall and cut kind of in between to cut all of them, probably, but it's still nailed and screwed to the bottom. Okay, that one got snapped. This one, no, I can't have access to this. Okay. Okay. Perfect. So I can drop that piece. Just temporary to have it under my feet. Now I can think more clearly about that section. Whew. Thank you for staying tuned. Whoa. I made easy, buddy. No offense, or maybe some offense meant, but you should remove the pro from your name. Leave it up to me, my friend. Hi, just joking. You are doing fine. Thank you. Whew. Guys, thank you for joining, everyone. Please subscribe to the channel. Press that subscribe button on the top. Give this live stream a like. Also, so, whew, it got pretty hot over there. So I want to remove. Some of that stuff to see what we got. Yeah, and that whole corner we'll try to go down after I remove that board from here, so because it's holding the weight of the roof and stuff. Tons of crap. There's tons of wood that would have to be removed. Thank you for joining, everyone. Please subscribe to the channel, press that button on the top, and give this live stream a like as well. So now I want to pretty much decide what to do with that board under the corner here. So we have that piece that's sitting in here that we don't really need. And I want to see how bad this corner is as well. So I would have to relocate you guys so you can see it better. You see how bad this stuff is. So let's remove it as well. Let's remove it as well. So I'm gonna use a sawzall here probably just to cut it. Sawzall and some of the construction blades. For demo. Thank you for joining, everyone. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Press that subscribe button on the top and give this live stream a like by double tapping the screen. Okay, I was trying to find my blades and I might need to run to the car to get them. if I don't have them anywhere near. Yeah, it's in one of my toolboxes. So I'm gonna be back pretty soon. I'm gonna run really quick and get my blade. I'm back, everyone. I finally got my blade. I need to walk quite far from where my car was parked, so let's continue. Have my saws already. that stuff. Okay. Whew. Thank you for joining, everyone. Like and subscribe to the channel. We're gonna get rid of that piece since it also was part of the railing for the old deck. So I can actually start and try break it the way it is already. It seems like they put some screws also in the wall. Whew. So now when we have access from both sides, we can deal with that stuff as well. So now I can detach that board